Hello world. Today I'm going to show you how to write an Internet Explorer compatible web page that uses Ajax. The first thing you're going to need for any web page that uses Ajax is you're going to need a web server. If you don't have one already installed on your computer, I recommend going to httpd.apache.org and downloading the Apache web server. They have versions available for Windows, Mac, and Linux. For this project we're going to create two files, an HTML web page and a text file that contains the data. These files are going to be saved in the location where your web server stores its files. In our data text file, we're just typing a simple sentence here. Hello world. Now here's what the HTML page is going to look like. Towards the bottom, inside of our body section of the web page, we'll just put a simple div tag that has the phrase to do, write content here. This is going to be overwritten by our Ajax. Inside our JavaScript, we're going to declare a variable called request. Then we're going to initialize it depending on what kind of browser the user is using. If the user is using a browser that can handle XML HTTP requests, then we're going to assign our request variable to an XML HTTP request object. Otherwise, the user is using Internet Explorer and we have to use an ActiveX object for our request object. Then we're going to open our data file. We're passing two strings to the open method. We're using get for the first parameter because we want to retrieve data from the file. If we were writing data to the file, we would use the post parameter. The second parameter for the open method is the name of the file that we want to open. Then we're going to assign a function to our request object whenever the web page is ready for display. If the request status is equal to 200, which is a message from the server meaning that everything is running without an error, and if our request ready state is equal to 4, which is just a code to show that everything is ready for display, we'll write a request object to the console.log just for debugging output if you want to check on that. This is not necessary, this is completely optional. Then inside the body of our web page, then we'll call the document.writeLine method to print the text that we had retrieved from our text file. And then we're going to call the send method of the request object, just to wrap things up. On our web page, it'll display the data that was stored in the text file. If we open up our debugger, you can see that the div tag that was included earlier was completely overwritten by that document.writeLine method. And that's all there is to writing an introductory level Ajax page. I hope this was helpful. Thank you for watching.